All right, we back with another episode of the Woods Finest Podcast. It's your boy Griff. I'm joined by Kevzino and Mr. Cody Henderson, two of my favorites. All right,
Kevzino.
today we talking about pitfalls, and we're not talking about the arcade video game. We're talking about the things that make you slip in real life. Before we get started, what is an underused resource people should know about? I'm gonna go first. I don't know if y'all have heard about this program, but it's definitely dope. The Virginia 529 program, it kind of works like a Roth IRA, but it's centered around education. So if you have any children who are in private school, if you have kids who possibly going to go into a trade school, university, college, whatever, it's a great savings tool. Number one, it's going to give you tax incentives, so you're going to pay less in tax. For this investment, it's transferable, so you can use it. It doesn't matter what kid you can use it for. You can give it away to your neighbor's kids or somebody else if your kids don't want to use it. It gains interest like an investment. Such a good tool. And I believe that if you do it by the time your kids are in 7th grade through 12th grade, it'll pay for the entire education if your child chooses to go to a Virginia-based college or university. So that's my underused resource that people should know about. Do your research. Please get this if your kids are going to be involved in higher education in the future. All right, Kev, you're up the bat. What's an underused resource that people should know about, my brother?
I gotta say this because you mentioned the word slip earlier. So rubbers, right? Just joke. Yes.
I was about to say, start the episode over.
Listen, I get it. But nah, for real. Just gotta keep people laughing
It's
for this
always the light skinned brother. It's always the light skinned brother. No, I'm just
Oh my gosh.
this dude was good for dropping a gem out of nowhere.
He
Just
threw me off when he
jewel,
said
jewel
slip.
right there.
So, but now what I would say a really underused resource, I don't even know if this is underused because nowadays kids know about it all the time. But like AI, things like Chat GPT, like people, like we may know about it, right? But there's a lot of people our age and older that don't either they don't know about it or they don't utilize it to their benefit. But definitely useful whether you're doing an interview for a job or trying to study for a test or whatever else, right? Not promoting anybody cheating for anything like that, right? But yeah, definitely. I mean, it's taken over the world. You better learn how to use it,
Music, yeah.
make it work in your advantage. Um, but yeah, that's something that
All right, very good.
certainly
Very
could
good.
use more.
Yeah, artificial intelligence is taking over literally. So it is
Yeah.
something that people should take advantage of as a resource for learning and promotions and all that kind of stuff. Good stuff, Kev. All right, Coach, what you got? What's your
Yeah,
underused resource?
Kev sort of got me. I was gonna say Chat GPT. Uh, and the reason I say Chat GPT because while people use it, people probably don't realize how much they can use it for, right? While you can ask it to do very simple things, you can
Hmm.
also get ChatGPT to do things that you probably didn't even think it could do. And really, the thing about ChatGPT is you really have to learn how to communicate with it because it is sort of intelligent. While it is artificial intelligence, it is sort of intelligent. You can literally tell ChatGPT, you know, what you just did was really trash. I need you to do something better than that. And he'll be like, really? That was trash? Well, let me think about it and try again. So, no, I mean, yeah, I'm just saying. I have literally had to tell ChatGPT a couple times it did something. I was like, that's absolutely garbage. I'm totally disappointed in you. And you know what? He said, I'm gonna do better, and he fixed it. So yeah,
Did you
because
say
my
did you say
yeah,
he?
my
He? Is it
Yeah,
him?
he has a name. Yeah, it's GP. That's my boy GP. You know,
Okay. All right.
I get on there and say, hey GP, and he be like, yeah, what's going on? Yeah,
All
because
right.
you can tell See, there you go. You can literally get on ChatGPT and tell it to refer to you in a certain way, tell it to answer you in a certain way, and it will remember that.
What?
You can tell it
Wow.
to literally say, well, when I tell you to do something, like let's just say you're working on a spreadsheet or something, you can tell ChatGPT that you want it to, from now on, I want you to use this formula in these cells, da 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 da. And you just tell the information, and it'll do that. It will remember that
Wow.
moving forward. You'll never have to tell it that again. You'll say, and you'll see where it will tell you that it's remembering what you said. But that's
That's
when you
awesome.
just have to learn how to utilize it to your advantage and use it because just like Kev said, you're not, there's no way you can get away from it. I just got
Mm,
an iPhone 17 and it's always trying to tell you what to say. Somebody sends you a text message, it gives you a reply. You don't even have to reply to it if you don't want to. It will give you an answer to what they said. So
hmm
you
hmm
need to be able to understand what's going on because it is going to be part of your life, whether you want it to or not.
Yeah,
So there you
that's
go.
awesome. Well, we got two cutting edge brothers who just breaking stuff down in the world of AI, and then you got me, who's I'm trying to pick up the slack. I'm gonna try to be like you guys when I grow up. So we're talking about pitfalls today, common mistakes that people make. What are some of the pitfalls that people fall into? We're gonna help them avoid the pitfalls. Um, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna be greedy today. I'm gonna be greedy. All right. If something before I say this, if something happens to me, this ain't no accident. Somebody's trying to take me out. Hey, look.
Fading to black.
Hey, look. If something happens to me, hey, look, I ain't writing no suicide note. My car was working fine, so the brakes was cut. Hey, look, this was
Hey,
the
somebody
government
coming up in your
conspiracy.
background with a hot plate of grits, Griff. You better adjust.
Hey, look. Okay, so my first one is gambling, y'all. I see so many people throw so much money away gambling, and I'm not saying don't gamble altogether. Like, okay, you might play Mega Millions when the pot gets big. You might throw a couple of dollars at a football game, whatever. That's fine. Ain't nobody mad at that. It's bad when you are throwing a lot of money at these parlays and these games and all this stuff. And I'm gonna tell y'all, the house wins for a reason. they and they
Look, there
they
you
can
go.
keep they keep building casinos and they keep building these online apps because guess what? They gonna win in the end. And you know what? Nowadays they got an even smoother hustle. They gonna be like, don't worry about it. If you miss on the first one, we'll give you a second one. And guess
For
what?
free.
You know what they know? Yeah, for free. For free. They know that in the end,
They're gonna get
they
their money
getting the
back.
money. They're gonna get the money. They're gonna get that money. So my advice, don't don't look for that quick gratification. Um, the best way for you to enhance your financial situation is like everything else. You have to invest every day in small amounts so that you can get that nest egg that you want. There is no good. There's very few get rich quick schemes and things like that. It's about work and hustle. So my first one is the gambling. All right, Coach, what you got? What's your number one pitfall for people to avoid?
Being too trusted. Trusting
Okay.
in people too quick.
All right.
Um, I think I said this, I probably said this multiple times on multiple podcasts that we've made. But being you have to take time to know someone. You know, a lot of times people will meet somebody and automatically just let them into their lives a little bit more than they should, I would say. I would say take the time to get to know people because a lot of times the people you surround yourself with will lead to where your outcome. And sometimes you let people into your life that you shouldn't let into your life, and they should cause your life to go to the left, to a hard left.
Mm.
I mean, let me say it again, hard left. Yeah, that's a common pitfall or mistake that people make is trusting someone too early. or not listening to them when they tell you who they are.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Good stuff. Good
All right,
stuff.
that's what I got.
All right, Kev, you up the bat. What you got?
So say the question again, because part of the way I was going to word this, I might need to word it in a different way.
Okay. Um, name something that people, a common mistake that people make. You're trying to help them avoid it.
Yeah. So a common mistake. Sometimes we got to learn to forgive other people, right? And it can be very hard to do, right? But if you're not willing to forgive others, think of all the mistakes that we make, right? If others
Hmm.
aren't forgiving us, nobody's ever going anywhere. You can look at politics right now. You might not say maybe mistakes, but people not being willing to get over whatever type of issue they got with the other party, not forgiving them, right? Got to learn to try to build relationships, which a lot of times requires forgiveness rather than destroying relationships and only looking at things from one side of a view. So
Yeah.
trying to forgive others, work together. Um, so if you can do that, then you're avoiding a big mistake. If you're not, then you're making a huge mistake.
Yeah. Kev, I appreciate that. That's something that I'm trying to work through myself. Um, I think I've had at least two or three relationships that right now are suffering. Um, and I wish things would change. Um, I think for me personally, I'm just a very stubborn person, and um, I feel like I'm in the right, and
Uh-oh, there it
sometimes
is.
that can be very harmful um, in a lot of ways. So I feel you on that, Kev. I appreciate that message. I'm trying to be. I think I've forgiven, but I don't know that I want to reach out to those people and welcome them back. I would like them to reciprocate, and that leads into my second point, which is apologizing. So ours it's funny how ours kind of tie together, Kev. I'm saying all you got to do sometimes is just say, "Man, my bad. I shouldn't have left you out there in the rain." You know what I'm saying? I know I was supposed to give you a ride, but things happen. That's not it. Something simple that I think a lot of times we got too much pride in what we're doing, what we're saying, whatever, and we can't just say, you know what, that was on me. I should have done better. I got you next time, and I think that will make a lot of those hard feelings go away. So, good message, Kev. I appreciate you, man. That tied directly into my second point. You a good man. All right, Coach, what you got? What's your number two?
Ooh, my number two common mistake. That's a really good question, Griff, because it seems like y'all done stole all my other ideas, both of you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. And I'm just joking.
Would you like me to come back
Um,
to you, sir?
yes,
Yeah,
just give me a
yeah, yeah,
slight second,
yeah.
please.
We're going to jump right into Kev's number two. Kev, what you got, my brother?
Well, first, you're on my list today, Griff, because first, you mentioned Long John Silver's knowing I'm nowhere near Long John Silver's. And
Uh-oh.
now you stole my number two answer for apologizing. So I'm just going to move down my list for another one because I had a bonus answer just in case.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Being
One of
there's the
prepared
them,
like a
bonus
Boy
answer.
Scout. Go ahead,
you'll
Mike
always be
McDonald.
prepared. Well, now that you mentioned Mike McDonald, I keep forgetting my answer. Boing, boing, boing.
And hit you with a boing boing. Oh man. Oh man.
Now you keep forgetting I am loving
Mm-hmm.
wrong.
So another
Mm.
mistake I would say is kind of getting comfortable with whatever the situation is and settling on things rather than taking a risk and betting on yourself. So many of us may say this for career paths. Some people really love their career. Some people get into that early in life. Others, we take a job for a check, right? And other responsibilities that we may have. And then we may just get comfortable with that, right? It's good enough to keep going. We don't hate it. Might not love it, right? But it's never the idea we originally had. Um, so we're kind of getting comfortable with things. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a job. It could be other situations. But sometimes it's good to have something stable. Other times, you're making a mistake by, if you have opportunities to
Mm-hmm.
explore other options, not pursuing those
Mm.
other options. And then you get to a point where it's later in life and it becomes more difficult to take some of those risks. So, one thing we've talked about in the past is advice that we give to kids. And I mentioned to them, hey, go ahead, you know, try to explore options now while you're young, look into different things you may like, but don't be willing or don't be afraid not to bet on yourself. And I think it's a mistake when people just kind of do things that we are somewhat trained to do with just taking something comfortable, like here's an example, government jobs, right? For years, people were like, hey, that's something you never have to worry about getting fired or laid
Mm.
off for. How's that working out
Mm.
for us now? No fault of everybody
Mm.
that's in those jobs. They may be doing
Yeah.
amazing. They may be doing great community work also, right? But sometimes life is tough. And if you
Mm.
don't start looking into betting on yourself for other opportunities, you could be in a bad situation later on.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Mm.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Colt, we'll come back to you for the number two. What you
All
got?
right. Well, thank you for coming back to me, and I'm gonna tell you what my number two is, and then I'm gonna sum it up really fast.
Okay.
So my number two, I was gonna say, is letting go, which wow, Kev just said that in a way, just sort of different. Um,
Hey, Kev did it in the
so,
classic
yeah,
Congress style. Kev took it
yeah,
to a
but no, but I
filibuster.
mean, but he's still saying basically the same thing that I was gonna say, right? Because being comfortable will allow you. It's amazing what your mind will make you comfortable with to allow you to keep doing something, right?
Hmm.
You will, like Kev said, you might find a better job, right? But they might tell you, well, it's going to take a month for you to get your insurance. You're going to be without insurance for an extra 2 weeks or something. Just something out of the ordinary. But we're going to pay you $30,000 more a year than what you're making right now. You're like, well, fuck that. I got to go to the doctor in September. What you talking about? I'm not doing that. So, yeah. Uh, what Kev said is what I was basically thinking, just said it a different way, is
Yeah.
learning to let things go, whether it is people in your life, whether it is a job, whether it's a car that you keep putting money into instead of, I love somebody tells me, oh, I don't want to have a car payment, but you want to pay $600 a month to keep your car running.
Yeah, I got.
You're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what
Letting
my number two
go.
is. Yeah, yeah,
I
let
got
it
you. I
go.
got you. I got. All right. My number three. My number three. My number three. My number three. This one's hard for me, y'all. Okay, so I know y'all know the expression choose violence, right? Um
Uh-huh.
I'm going a different direction. I think that it's important in today's age that we choose happiness. And I'm gonna speak for me personally. Um so I feel like I've been going through a lot lately and I've been looking at it the wrong way. I feel like, oh man, I'm waiting for my big break. I'm waiting for this to change. I'm waiting for whatever. And I haven't allowed myself to be happy in the process because there are still a lot of good things that are happening too. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I think it's important to have that mindset of being thankful for what you do have, um, choosing to be happy in spite of the things, that the obstacles, the challenges, um, maybe just that season in life where you have to go through something. And I'm looking to come out like Andy Dufresne on the other side. I'm crawling through the stuff now, but pretty soon I want to be in the Pacific Ocean, because said what he said, the ocean don't remember. So I'm
I'm
I'm,
saying,
I'm
but
going through
Andy,
that
look,
now.
Andy went through some things, Griff.
Yeah,
Some things.
hey, look, no, hey, what was that group called? The group called the Sisters or something like that. Yeah, I ain't go through none of that, none of that. I went nothing that hardcore, nothing that hardcore. Hey, look, but I'm crawling through right now. What he say? He had to crawl through 300 yards. I think I'm about halfway. I got to make it through the other 150 before I come out clean on the other side. So choose happiness, people. Choose happiness in the midst of your troubles. All right, we're going. We're moving on. I'm gonna jump to my boy Kev, or as we like to call him, One Chain today. Kev, what you got?
One chain.
If you're going to be Andy Dufresne, make sure you always get back at the warden. That's a life lesson for you. All right.
And don't forget, Kev, you would be red in this scenario. You would definitely be you would be old Morgan Freeman. Hey, look for the brick. What do you say, leader? Look for that special brick. Yeah.
All right.
We
Morgan
will be
Freeman,
chilling
you
in.
bet on him still. He does, voiceovers for a thing. That guy's got a lot of areas of income. You don't have to work in movies anymore. You
Oh
could just
yeah.
do
Yeah,
commercials or just have voiceovers for stuff going
but
on.
you gonna be red in my scenario, Kev. Keep going. What's your answer?
Uh,
So again, since you stole one of my answers, I'm gonna
I
say
stole it.
one of my answers is showing others that you love and care them rather than simply telling them. So make your actions speak for
oh
yourself. A
yes.
lot of times we may, I don't want to say undervalue people because we may
Mm.
think that we're valuing them and tell them that we
Mhm.
love, care, appreciate them. But sometimes other people may not feel that way because we may not do things to show them that we love,
Hey,
care,
Kev,
appreciate.
let me do it this way. Let me do it this way. How do you what actions are do you display that shows love and appreciation for people? What do you do?
Well, it depends on the person. If it's my
Yeah,
wife,
obviously.
um, maybe I'll do things around the house like something she
Hey,
wasn't
hey, Kev.
expecting that she might.
I I know it's not the laundry.
Well,
I
Hey,
am
Kev. Hey,
weak.
the
Kev.
I
scales on the
am
wrist again,
weak.
right? No,
Griff is racking them up today.
wrist.
Hey,
It's gonna
Kev,
be a
I
rough
love you,
day.
man. I love you, brother. That's how I show you I love you. I got to give you tough
Mm.
love, man. Tough love, brother.
Don't be surprised when I send your wife a message saying that you said something about her, and she comes through that door with the hot grits and a spatula to
Uh,
beat you with.
ooh, that dude said he gonna get you done like Al Green.
Hey. My woman
A
loves
lot
me.
of grits.
She gonna feed me the hot grits. But go ahead, Kev. What you got? What's your
Mm.
answer?
While they
How do you
scalding
display?
hot in your mouth.
Yeah, but
Mm. Mm.
it would just be something unexpected, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be buying somebody something, doing something around the house that they weren't expecting that maybe is normally somebody else's responsibility or nobody's responsibility, but you just felt it's something that they would appreciate. Or if it's with my kids, for an example, like my daughter, she just turned 16, so about a week ago, we went up to the mall, I guess about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, hey, I just had a day off, um, and maybe they have a day off from school. But anyway, I went up there. I was like, hey, you got a birthday coming up. I don't necessarily have cash with me right now, but if you see something up here that you like, let me know, put it on your list or whatever. We might be able to do things. Then I check my bank account. Mysteriously, I do have one, right? So they weren't expecting
Not
anything that I got
mysteriously.
and stuff. And then my son also, right? And I would just be like, hey, you guys are doing a good job with your grades or your chores. Maybe not so much the chores, right? But being like, hey, I love, appreciate you. I'm going to do something unexpected for you today and actually get you some things you like, or um, maybe take you somewhere, you know. So it depends on the person, but
Yeah.
just
Okay.
unexpectedly showing them things rather than just telling them, I care, I love you, that type of stuff.
All right. All right, Coach, you closing us out. What's your number 3 thing on the list?
Third common mistake that people make or pitfalls that they have is not taking time for themselves. You have to give yourself some time. You know what I mean? Whether it's to decompress or do something that you like, because especially as a father, you guys as husbands, um, you take a lot of time for other people. You know, a lot of stuff that we do is focused on other people, whether we realize it or not. You go to work every day because you want to have a job, but you really going to work every day because you need to take care of your family. That's really what it's about. Because let's be honest, if you could come home and eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and some chips every day and not have to pay no other bills besides your house, and you'd be good with that. If it was just you, right? Now, I mean, I'm not saying I want a peanut butter jelly, but you understand what I'm saying. If it was just you, you don't need certain things. You don't need everything in the world,
Be a
right?
lot of
But
ramen
you have,
having from you.
eh, eh, look, you know, Kev would have a bottle of hot sauce,
Exactly.
3 Arizona iced teas, and be chilling. Grim, if you anything like your pops, you have a thing of beans going with some look, you know, but I ain't lying. Look, boy, I remember one time your pops came over to the side and said, "Make some navy beans this time. A little spicy, but they good." Them navy beans was hitting. Just let me say. But no, you have to take time for yourself sometimes, because if you don't, nobody else will.
Absolutely.
Let's just be honest about that. So yeah, that's something that people don't do that they should do. And I'm not saying you should just be selfish, but I mean, even if it's only 5 or 10 minutes in the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, my time for myself is always in the morning when I go in my shower. You know what I'm saying? I close that door. Ain't nobody coming in there but me. That's me. I can do whatever I need to do in there. Cry, smile, throw something, scream, curse, whatever. But when I come out of that door, then that's when I'm back in the real world. I got to do what I got to do. Take some
Okay.
time for yourself to make sure that you're good, because if you're not good, then nothing else is going to be good for real.
Yeah, that's
I
a good
love that.
lesson that I think
I love that.
most people
Yeah.
can probably relate to.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I will say, you know, as a, I'll say the wife. I usually give her a little bit of grief, but I will say we was, I'm gonna be totally transparent. We was kind of beefing this week, in a loving way. You know how you be beefing with somebody, but you still cook them dinner.
That
Like
dude
you
said
still,
beef with me in a special way. He done changed
yeah,
Elder
yeah.
Bar's joint up.
Be- Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, look, I got to give her a little bit of love because look, I know she mad at me, but she got up, she made me some coffee, she bought the stuff I like, and vice versa. I'll cook her dinner, do all those kind of things, and I'm beefing with you, but I still love you, baby. I
Love
still
you.
love you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
still love,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah. And so I
yeah.
want to take a little bit of time to say thank you, for her and to her and the support she gives. So she's my number one baby, my only one baby, and I appreciate you. So
The
we
invisible
avoid
woman
pitfalls.
strikes again.
Yeah,
There she
exactly.
is.
Exactly. I'm
There
trying
she
to avoid
is.
pitfalls. One of my biggest pitfalls is getting in my own way. and blocking my own blessing by saying something crazy. But that's just my nature. I try to have fun. But sometimes it don't come out the right way. So, big shout out to Kev Zeno, aka Mike McDonald, who always telling me, give me the perspective on some of the crazy stuff I say. I appreciate that, and he always reels me back in when I'm ready to jump off. So I appreciate that as well. So, all right, fellas, I think we got another one in the books. We talked about pitfalls today and how people can avoid certain things. I think we wrapped it up, put a bow on it, and hopefully this is gonna be again helpful to somebody else out there who's looking to avoid some pitfalls. And we provided 3 good resources as well. So for Kev, for Cody, it's your boy Griff. Another episode of the Woods Finds. Please tune in for the next episode.
We the
Love and
best.
appreciate you guys. Later.